Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is R.S. Raghu with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches various initiatives for farmers in New Delhi. Inaugurates Kisan Samman Sammelan 2022. 12th installment of 16,000 crore rupees released to eligible farmers by Prime Minister under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. Prime Minister begins distribution of Ayushman cards in Gujarat, says government schemes today directly address needs of the common citizens. Government adopted a holistic approach to strengthen national security, says Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. 12th edition of prestigious biennial defence exhibition begins at Gandhinagar in Gujarat tomorrow. Prime Minister Modi to address the 90th Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi tomorrow. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to arrive in India tomorrow on a 3-day official visit. 5th Assembly of International Solar Alliance begins in New Delhi under India's presidency. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud to be next Chief Justice of India. And in football, final group stage match between India and Brazil underway in FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Bhubaneswar. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched various initiatives for farmers at the Indian Agricultural Research Institute in New Delhi today. Mr. Modi inaugurated PM Kisan Samman Sammelan 2022. During the event, the Prime Minister released the 12th installment of 16,000 crore rupees to eligible farmers under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi through direct benefit transfer. He also unveiled 600 Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendra (PMKSK) under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Mr. Modi also launched Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Urvarak Pariyojana, One Nation, One Fertilizer. He also inaugurated the Agri Startup Conclave and Exhibition and an e-magazine on fertilizer, Indian Edge. Mr. Modi took a walk-through of Theme Pavilion of Startup Exhibition and inspected the products on display. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Modi said, "The need of the hour is to adopt technology-based modern farming techniques." He said startups and innovative youth are the future of Indian agriculture and the rural economy of India. The Prime Minister said agri-startups in the country are working to help farmers increase harvest, improve soil health and are creating easy-to-use technology to improve agriculture outcomes.
जो एग्रीकल्चर स्टार्टअप यहाँ पर जो हिस्सा ले रहे हैं, किसानों की भलाई के लिए उन्होंने जो नए-नए इनोवेशन किए हैं, उनकी मेहनत कैसे कम हो, उनके पैसों में बचत कैसे हो, उनके काम में गति कैसे बढ़े, उनकी सीमित जमीन में ज्यादा उत्पादन कैसे हो, ऐसे अनेक काम ये हमारे स्टार्टअप वाले हमारे नौजवानों ने किए हैं। एक से बढ़कर एक इनोवेशन नजर आ रहे हैं।
Mr. Modi said over 22 crore soil health cards have been distributed so that farmers have ready information about their land and harvest.
खेती की पैदावार को बढ़ाने के लिए, अच्छी उपज के लिए हमें खेती में नई व्यवस्थाओं का निर्माण करना ही होगा। ज्यादा वैज्ञानिक पद्धति को, ज्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी को खुले मन से अपनाना ही होगा। इसी सोच के साथ हमने कृषि क्षेत्र में वैज्ञानिक पद्धतियों को बढ़ाने, टेक्नोलॉजी के ज्यादा से ज्यादा इस्तेमाल पर बल दिया है। आज देश में किसानों को 22 करोड़ सॉयल हेल्थ कार्ड दिए जा चुके हैं ताकि उन्हें मिट्टी की सेहत की सही जानकारी मिले।
The Prime Minister said today India is working towards Atmanirbharta in urea production and moving towards liquid nano urea. He said this will be a major milestone for the agriculture sector. Mr. Modi said nano urea will emerge as a cost-effective medium for farming purposes. On the launch of Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Urvarak Pariyojana, One Nation, One Fertilizer, he said from today onwards, urea will be widely sold under the single brand name Bharat.
देश में आप हिंदुस्तान के किसी भी कोने में जाइए, एक ही नाम, एक ही ब्रांड से और एक समान गुणवत्ता वाले यूरिया की बिक्री होगी और ये ब्रांड है भारत। जब पूरे देश में फर्टिलाइजर का ब्रांड एक ही होगा तो कंपनी के नाम पर फर्टिलाइजर को लेकर होने वाली मारामारी भी खत्म हो जाएगी। इससे फर्टिलाइजर की कीमत भी कम होगी, खाद तेजी से पर्याप्त मात्रा में उपलब्ध होगा।
Mr. Modi said more than 70 lakh hectare land has been brought under micro-irrigation in the last 7 to 8 years. He said by using tech-driven initiatives, the government has reduced the distance between farms and marketplace. Through Kisan, Rail and Krishi Udan, farmers are connected not just to metros but also to international markets, leading to an increase in their income.
Prime Minister Modi stressed on the need to reduce the dependence on foreign imports, and that is the reason the impetus has been given to the biofuel ethanol. Speaking on the occasion, Agriculture and Farmer Welfare Minister Narendra Tomar said more than 2,000 agri-startups are working and helping farmers in the country to reduce losses in the agriculture sector.
हमारे देश के पढ़े लिखे नौजवान इतनी बुद्धिमत्ता से काम कर रहे हैं कि चाहे वो खेती का क्षेत्र हो या अन्य क्षेत्र हो, अनेक प्रकार की टेक्नोलॉजी इजाद करके काम करने को कैसे आसान किया जा सकता है, नुकसान को कैसे बचाया जा सकता है, उत्पादन और उत्पादकता कैसे बढ़ाई जा सकती है, फसल के उपरांत नुकसान को कैसे रोका जा सकता है, किसान सूचनाओं के नजदीक कैसे आ सकता है। इस दृष्टि से लगातार हमारे एग्री स्टार्टअप देश भर में काम कर रहे हैं।
Chemical and Fertilizer Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandviya said the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendras will empower the farmers. He said fertilizer retail shops in the country will be converted into Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendra in a phased manner.
प्रधानमंत्री किसान समृद्धि केंद्र किसानों को कई तरह से सशक्त करेंगे। एक तरफ तो ये मॉडल फर्टिलाइजर रिटेल शॉप्स के तौर पर काम करेंगे, साथ में यहाँ अलग अलग एग्रो इनपुट्स भी किसानों को उपलब्ध कराए जाएंगे। इसके अतिरिक्त सरकारी योजनाओं की जानकारियां, आवेदन प्रक्रिया, फसलों की गुड प्रैक्टिसेस, अलग अलग मंडियों के भाव की जानकारियां, सॉइल टेस्टिंग फैसिलिटी यहाँ एक ही छत के नीचे किसानों को उपलब्ध कराई जाएगी। ये केंद्र किसानों की खेती किसानी संबंधित जानकारियां और सुविधाओं के लिए वन स्टॉप शॉप के तौर पर काम करेंगे।
Prime Minister Modi kick-started the distribution of Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, Mukhyamantri Amritam Ayushman cards in Gujarat through video conferencing today. The Prime Minister also interacted with the beneficiaries of the scheme. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Modi said, Ayushman Yojana aims for health for all. The Prime Minister appreciated the enormity of the campaign of distributing 50 lakh cards to the people in the state. He said this bears testimony to the sensitivity of the Gujarat government. Mr. Modi said, health insurance is talked about in many countries of the world, but India is going beyond that and ensuring health assurance. The Prime Minister also highlighted the changed political thinking and work culture. He said government schemes today directly address the needs of the common citizens. On the occasion, 50 lakh colour-printed Ayushman cards were distributed to all the beneficiaries across Gujarat at their doorstep by the National Health Authority empanelled agencies after performing eKYC of the beneficiaries.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said the government has adopted a holistic approach to strengthen all aspects of national security. Mr. Singh was speaking at the second convocation ceremony of Rashtriya Raksha University at Gandhinagar in Gujarat today. The minister emphasized that national security encompasses security of land and sea borders, airspace, cyber, economy and environment, and it is essential for a sovereign nation to safeguard these elements. He assured the people that the nation is well equipped to deal with all security challenges. The defence minister said time has come to establish India as a developed nation during the Amrit Kaal.
यह वर्ष स्वतंत्रता का अमृत महोत्सव वर्ष है और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आगामी 25 वर्ष के काल को अमृत काल कहा है। मैं यह मानता हूं कि आप में से ही अधिकांश लोग इस अमृत काल में यानी आगे 25 वर्षों में देश में बाह्य और आंतरिक यानी एक्सटर्नल और इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी के क्षेत्र में अपनी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका का आप निर्वाह करेंगे। इस अमृत काल के लिए आपने देखा होगा इसी स्वतंत्रता दिवस पर प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 5 प्रण रखे हैं। मैं सारे प्रणों की यहां पर चर्चा नहीं करना चाहता। 2 प्रण उन्होंने कहा 2047 तक भारत को हमको एक विकसित राष्ट्र बनाना है, यानी डेवलप्ड नेशन के रूप में हमको भारत को खड़ा करना है। और दूसरा प्रण उनका यह था कि गुलामी की मानसिकता के हर प्रभाव से अब हम समस्त भारतवासियों को मुक्त हो जाना चाहिए।
Later in the day, the Defence Minister launched the Gujarati edition of Modi at 20 book in Gandhinagar. Addressing the gathering on the occasion, Mr. Rajnath Singh commended the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in making India the fifth largest economy of the world, asserting that India has the potential to become the largest economy by 2047.
The 12th edition of prestigious Biennial Defence Exhibition, DefExpo 2022, will begin tomorrow at Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar in Gujarat. During the mega defence exhibition, live demonstrations showcasing the equipment and skill set of the armed forces, defence, public sector undertakings and industry will be held. The event will conclude on the 22nd of this month. Over 1,300 exhibitors will participate in the 5-day exhibition. Briefing media in Gujarat this evening, the Defence Minister said this would be the largest ever Defence Expo showcasing India's capabilities in the defence manufacturing sector. He said India, which was once known as one of the biggest importers of the world in defence products, has now been among the top 25 defence exporters in the world.
भारत ने पिछले कुछ वर्षों में आर्म्स के सबसे बड़े इंपोर्टर से एक एक्सपोर्टर तक की ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल जर्नी तय की है। यह इस जर्नी को और अधिक गति देगा, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। आज हमारा भारत दुनिया की टॉप 25 जो एक्सपोर्टिंग कंट्रीज हैं उनकी क्यू में आकर खड़ा हो गया।
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches various initiatives for farmers in New Delhi. Inaugurates Kisan Sammelan 2022. 12th installment of 16,000 crore rupees released to eligible farmers by Prime Minister under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. Prime Minister begins distribution of Ayushman cards in Gujarat, says government schemes today directly address needs of the common citizens. Government adopted a holistic approach to strengthen national security, says Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. 12th edition of prestigious biennial defence exhibition begins in Gujarat tomorrow. Prime Minister Modi to address the 90th Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi tomorrow. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to arrive in India tomorrow on a 3-day official visit. 5th Assembly of International Solar Alliance begins in New Delhi under India's presidency. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud to be the next Chief Justice of India. And in football, final group stage match between India and Brazil underway in FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Bhubaneswar. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
I am India. Look at me. Know my name. We're one of the most mega diverse countries on this planet.
Our weddings, our fashion statements, they're all inspired by our silver screen heroes and heroines.
A 75 years young India. What we are really going to see India become is a powerhouse. India 2.0.
The Journey of India from 14th October every Friday at 7 p.m. in Hindi and 10 p.m. in English on DD National.
Welcome back to the evening news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the 90th Interpol General Assembly tomorrow at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. The General Assembly of Interpol will be held from the 18th to the 21st of this month. The meeting will be attended by delegations from 195 Interpol member countries comprising ministers, police chiefs of countries, heads of national central bureaus and senior police officers. Interacting with the media in New Delhi on the eve of General Assembly meeting, Interpol Chief Jürgen Stock today highlighted the increase in violence in real and virtual world which is causing social and economic impact on governments and businesses. Mr. Stock said organized crime networks making billions of dollars. He said 99% of stolen assets remain in criminal hands and this is of great concern. CBI Special Director Praveen Sinha said Home Minister Amit Shah will be the chief guest in the concluding session. Delhi Police has issued advisory ahead of the Interpol meet. The advisory said the traffic volume on Ashoka Road, Janpath, Firoz Shah Road, Barakhamba Road, Sikandra Road, Mathura Road, Bhairo Road, Subramaniam Bharti Marg, Dr. Zakir Hussain Marg, Rajesh Pilot Marg, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Marg, Kamal Ataturk Marg, Panchsheel Marg, Shanti Path, Mahatma Gandhi Marg, Maharishi Raman Marg, Bhishma Pitama Marg, Sardar Patel Marg, Dhaula Kuan Flyover, Gurgaon Road, Mehram Nagar Tunnel, Aero City and T3 Approach Road would be regulated. The traffic police said the commuters travelling in the vicinity of New Delhi district could encounter delays. The Prime Minister will review the work in progress at the National Maritime Heritage Complex at Lothal in Gujarat at around 5 p.m. tomorrow through video conferencing. This will be followed by his address on the occasion. Lothal was one of the prominent cities of the Harappan civilization and is known for the discovery of the oldest man-made dockyard. A maritime heritage complex in Lothal is a fitting tribute to the city's historical legacy and heritage.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres will arrive in India tomorrow on a 3-day official visit. This will be the first visit of the UN chief to India since he assumed his second term in office in January this year. Mr. Guterres will commence his visit to India by paying tributes to the victims of the 26/11 terror attacks at the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel in Mumbai. He will also address IIT Mumbai on India at 75 UN-India Partnership Strengthening South-South Cooperation. Antonio Guterres will join Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the launch of the Mission Lifestyle for Environment booklet, logo and tagline on 20th of this month at Kevadia in Gujarat. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar would hold bilateral discussions with Antonio Guterres on a host of issues including India's upcoming presidency of the G20 and the reformed multilateralism. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia will address the Conference of the Ministers of Civil Aviation of States and Union Territories in New Delhi tomorrow. In this direction, Civil Aviation Ministry organized the Conference of the Secretaries of Civil Aviation of all the states and Union Territories in New Delhi today. Chairing the inaugural session, Secretary of the Ministry Rajiv Bansal said that aviation sector has witnessed a lot of progress in the last year. During the conference, the Secretary requested states to reduce VAT on aviation turbine fuel and appreciated those states which have already done it.
The government has said that sufficient stocks are available in Central Pool to meet the requirement of National Food Security Act and other schemes of it, as well as for additional requirement of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution in a statement today informed that as on the 1st of this month, approximately 227 lakh metric tons of wheat and 205 lakh metric tons of rice are available in the Central Pool, which is well above the buffer norms or operational requirement. Indian Railways has earned over 2,500 crore rupees through scrap sale in the first 6 months of the financial year. The Railway Ministry said Railways has earned over 28% higher as compared to the same period of last financial year. The Ministry said the target for earnings through sale of scraps has been fixed at 4,400 crore rupees for 2022-23.
President Draupadi Murmu has appointed Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud as the new Chief Justice of India. In a tweet today, Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju said Justice Chandrachud's appointment will come into effect from the 9th of next month. He will succeed present Chief Justice of India, Justice Uday Umesh Lalit. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud would be the 50th Chief Justice of India. Leaders and members of the Congress Party today voted for the election of a new Congress President. Party Interim President Sonia Gandhi, General Secretary Priyanka Vadra, senior Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi, P. Chidambaram, Jairam Ramesh and others cast their votes. Party leaders Mallikarjun Kharge and Shashi Tharoor are in the fray for the top party post. The counting of votes will be done on the 19th of this month and the results will be declared the same day. Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashvani Ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we bring you the story of Smart Cities Mission.
objective of the Smart Cities mission is to promote cities that provide core infrastructure and give a decent quality of life, clean and sustainable environment to their citizens through application of smart solutions. Launching the mission on 25th of June in 2015, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said it will be an important milestone for urban development in the country.
शहर कैसा बढ़ेगा, कब जाएगा कहां, किस रास्ते आगे बढ़ेगा, वेस्ट में बढ़ेगा कि ईस्ट में बढ़ेगा, समाज के छोटे से छोटे व्यक्ति के लिए भी उसमें क्या जगह होगी, ये प्लान जब तक शहर का नेतृत्व दीर्घदृष्टि के साथ नहीं करता है, ये स्थिति बनी रहेगी। हम इस अमृत योजना के माध्यम से ये एक बदलाव चाहते हैं। शहर खुद अपना सोचने लगे, शहर अपनी योजनाएं बनाने लगे और कहां जाना, कैसे जाना, उसका फैसला शहर करे।
A total of 100 smart cities were selected under Smart Cities Mission through 4 rounds of competition from January 2016 to June 2018. The focus is on sustainable and inclusive development, and the idea is to look at compact areas, create replicable models which will act as lighthouses for other areas in the same city or other aspiring cities. The Smart City proposal of each city has been prepared through extensive citizen engagement. Since the needs and aspirations of citizens in different cities are different, the priorities and projects contained in the proposals vary from city to city. Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs Hardeep Puri says that an Atmanirbhar India will only be possible if the cities become productive. He said that India's cities, enabled by citizen-centric infrastructure and transformational technology, will be the key to achieving the nation's development objectives.
We have 4,041 cities in India. The idea is to get these 100 well and running with smart solutions, which is a huge business opportunity. We're talking about $30 billion in the first instance. But each smart city will have a lighthouse effect. From there you will go, the other cities will want to do this, and there's a series of urban challenges which we are in the process of addressing, and I have absolutely no doubt we'll get this one right. I think we're on the cusp of the 4th Industrial Revolution. The 4th Industrial Revolution is all about urban services, and again I have no doubt that it will be win-win for India.
There has been a considerable progress in implementation of projects under the Smart Cities Mission since its inception. The period of implementation of Smart Cities Mission has been extended up to June 2023 due to COVID pandemic. All smart cities are expected to complete their projects within the stipulated time. Projects developed under the Smart Cities Mission are multi-sectoral and mirror the aspirations of the local population. Smart cities have developed and operationalized their integrated command and control centers, ICCCs, in the country. These operational ICCCs functioned as war rooms for COVID management and, along with other smart infrastructure developed under the mission, helped cities in fighting the pandemic through information dissemination, improving communication, predictive analysis, and supporting effective management.
In some more news, the 5th Assembly of the International Solar Alliance ISA began in New Delhi today under India's presidency. Ministers and delegates from 110 member and signatory countries are attending the assembly, which will culminate on the 20th of this month. Presently, India holds the office of the President of the ISA Assembly. The Assembly is the apex decision-making body of the International Solar Alliance ISA that makes decisions concerning the implementation of the ISA's framework agreement. The Assembly meets annually at the ministerial level at the ISA's seat. Power and New and Renewable Energy Minister R.K. Singh will inaugurate the 5th ISA Assembly tomorrow. Co-President of International Solar Alliance and Minister of Energy Transition of France, Ms. Agnes Pannier-Fronacher, and Director General of International Solar Alliance, Dr. Ajay Mathur, will be present on the occasion. The International Solar Alliance is an international organization. It works with governments to improve energy access and promote solar power as a sustainable way to transition to a carbon-neutral future. The mission of the ISA is to unlock $1 trillion worth of investments in the solar sector by 2030. Talking to AIR, ISA Director General Dr. Ajay Mathur talked about the efficient use of solar energy to promote ease of living and different sectors benefiting from the boom in the solar energy sector.
Solar pumps will completely change the picture of things to come. We are seeing all kinds of interesting models coming up to address this, whether it is for primary health centers, where vaccines storage becomes a lot more effective if solar can be used to provide the cooling. We can have solar cold storages. One can have solar rooftop systems. In other words, way in which you and I will start using solar in our daily lives.
The Sensex and the Nifty today gained more than 0.5%, a report from the business desk.
The Sensex climbed 491 points to finish at 58,411. The Nifty surged 126 points to end at 17,312. In the forex market, the rupee appreciated marginally by 1 paisa against the US dollar. The domestic currency closed at 82 rupees and 36 paisa against the American unit. At the multi-commodity exchange, gold was trading at 50,680 rupees per 10 grams. Silver was trading at 56,675 rupees per kilogram, and in intraday trade, Brent crude was trading at $91 per barrel. Anubha Rohabki for AIR News.
In football, the final Group A game of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup between India and Brazil is underway at Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. India were trailing by 2-0 when reports last came in. India are already out of the World Cup, having lost their first 2 Group League encounters against the United States and Morocco. In cricket, India defeated host Australia by 6 runs in warm-up match of Men's T20 World Cup in Brisbane. Chasing the target of 187 runs, Australia were bundled out for 180 runs in stipulated 20 overs. Earlier put into bat, India posted 186 for 7 in stipulated 20 overs.
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. National capital Delhi is expected to have a mainly clear sky. The temperature will hover between 18 and 32 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. The temperature will hover between 26 and 34 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature will be 25 and maximum will be around 32 degrees Celsius. Chennai is expected to have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Temperature will hover between 26 and 33 degrees Celsius. Srinagar is expected to have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards the afternoon or evening. Minimum temperature will be 6, while maximum will be around 25 degrees Celsius. Jammu will have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 16 and 30 degrees Celsius, while Muzaffarabad will have a mainly clear sky as well, becoming partly cloudy towards the afternoon or evening. Temperature will hover between 14 and 30 degrees Celsius. Leh will have a generally cloudy sky, followed by rain or snow. Temperature will hover between -3 and 10 degrees Celsius. While Gilgit will have a generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Temperature will hover between 2 and 22 degrees Celsius. In the south, Hyderabad will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Bengaluru will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers, while Thiruvananthapuram will have a generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. Itanagar is expected to have a mainly clear sky, and Guwahati, Shillong, Gangtok, Agartala, Imphal, Aizawl and Kohima will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature in the region will hover between 22 and 33 degrees Celsius. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches various initiatives for farmers in New Delhi. Inaugurates Kisan Samman Sammelan 2022. 12th installment of 16,000 crore rupees released to eligible farmers by Prime Minister under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. Prime Minister begins distribution of Ayushman cards in Gujarat. Says government schemes today directly address needs of the common citizens. Government adopted a holistic approach to strengthen national security, says Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. 12th edition of prestigious Biennial Defence Exhibition begins in Gujarat tomorrow. Prime Minister Modi to address the 90th Interpol General Assembly in New Delhi tomorrow. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to arrive in India tomorrow on a 3-day official visit. 5th Assembly of International Solar Alliance begins in New Delhi under India's presidency. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud to be next Chief Justice of India. And in football, final group stage match between India and Brazil underway in FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Bhubaneswar. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.